So I'm shopping at the supermarket, not a supermarket, one of those gigantic discount shops where you push a huge cart around and you get stuff off the pallets, like the 50-gallon jug of mayonnaise and stuff. And the reason I went there, or one of the reasons I went there, is I just got this dog, this little mutt that followed me home. And he's house trained. He knows when to go wait by the door when he needs to go out and pee or whatever. So somebody raised him from a pup and trained him how to live in a house without destroying it. But he doesn't have a collar and he doesn't have a name tag, so I figure I'll keep him until someone comes and claims him or whatever. But so I'm at the store and I'm buying this dog food, and they had one of these free sample carts, but they were giving away dog food, and I thought that's kind of a weird marketing strategy because they have to give out the dog food and then you have to take it home, feed it to your dog, and then remember to come back and buy that brand of dog food. So they gave me a little small miniature Tupperware container of free dog food that I took home and gave to my dog, and he seemed to like it. So next time I went back to that big store, I bought a case of this dog food, and it was like a brand new experimental dog food, and I didn't really know that they'd made experimental dog foods. And it reminded me of this this documentary I saw on Netflix about how completely messed up the canned food industry is, because I guess back in the 50s, when all of the canned food companies became really popular and profitable in the United States, it was easy because profit margins were high. But now, because profit margins are so slim, they have to cut all kinds of corners. And one of the ways they do that is they use their massive lobbying abilities to pay Congress off to make it a lot easier for them to slip by with mistakes, whereas before they had to be very, very careful. For example, a lot of the workers they use are illegal immigrants without proper paperwork and without family members that are going to come looking for them if they disappear. So they specifically hire these workers because the working conditions are so terrible that a lot of these workers die while they're on the meat processing plant. And if you think about the amount of money it costs to shut down an entire assembly line of some kind of a meat processing canned food company, it's very, very expensive. So when one of these workers accidentally falls into the vat, they don't really stop and fish him out. They just keep rolling and just grind the dude up and stick him in the finished product. And they interviewed all these congressmen, and they said, yeah, this is, it's not ideal, but it's, what can you do? You have to, kind of balance everything and costs of production and all that. So the bottom line is that most processed foods, in addition to canned foods, have like 10% dead workers in there because they just fall into the vat, get processed right along with the rest of the food. And so when I got my big case of experimental dog food home, I opened up the can, dumped it out for my little doggy that doesn't have a name yet, and he ate it, and it smelled really good. And so I figured, what the heck, I'll try some myself. And so I opened up a couple of cans, and I ate them for dinner. And I guess the experimental part of the dog food was that it has some kind of hallucinogenic properties or some kind of weird mind-altering properties, because I had this strange dream that I was actually eating dogs. But then when I woke up in the morning, I had eaten that little puppy. I just ate him alive, and I was all bloody, and the front room was all bloody. Holy crap, it was a disaster. So I took whatever was not used of the experimental dog food back and got a refund.